Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, new brainlings. Today we're getting a glimpse of the future in 1994's Demolition Man. This was a viewer suggestion and one that got a lot of play in my house. Plus, the music from this movie was the soundtrack for my 7th grade movie project, so I really have a fondness for it. I remember it being awesome from start to finish, and we're gonna find out if that's still true 3 decades later. Let's reload Demolition Man.
He was minding his own little lightning zone when the bolt came down. Something's wrong, all the movie knowledge gone, so he reloading the list. New brain, do this.
The story starts out in the distant future of 1996. Guys, 1996 is gonna be rough. Los Angeles is a hellscape, and the Hollywood sign is on fire. Bad guys basically have their own mini-city, and they took a bus full of people hostage. Luckily, the police are here to restore order. We meet John Spartan of the LAPD. That thing about restoring order from earlier, that was actually not true. John Spartan is one of those fight fire with fire dudes.
Send a maniac to catch one.
Which I'm pretty sure is exactly what you should do with fire. Oh, everything blew up. Fire plus fire. Turns out, it's not good. Let's see where we went wrong here. First, he bungees off the helicopter without once checking the length of his rope. So far, so good. He shoots a bad guy directly in the face, of course, and then he jumps into a crazy elevator shaft that is all shaft and no elevator or door, but it has a window. The plan is still on track here.
Don't move, Phoenix.
He sees Simon Phoenix, the mayor of the criminal city. Phoenix is just sitting here, minding his own business after stabbing several gasoline barrels, like any God-fearing American could be doing at any given time.
Gasoline?
He spills all of the gasoline for no reason, and he tells Spartan the hostages are already dead.
Where are the passengers?
Passengers are gone.
Then, he lights a cigarette and he throws it into the gasoline because he's really crazy. But John Spartan is also crazy as a soup sandwich.
Send a maniac to catch one.
And he will not be outdone. He's like, then let's jump out a window. So that takes us back to the explosion and the predictable results of letting lunatics play with one another.
Bodies everywhere.
They find hostage bodies all over the place, and they're not hearing it when Spartan is like, nah, they were already dead bodies when we exploded them.
He said he didn't care.
And Phoenix is not helping.
Sacrifice all those innocent people.
They don't use regular jails in the future times of 1996. Instead, they make you strip naked.
Bucket naked.
Then you have to get in this giant jar. And they slowly fill it with water. I would say it's like a simulated drowning, but it's actually a real drowning, and they freeze you just before you die. They use a freeze ball thing for this, but they don't have it ready or anything. Now it's the future's future of 2032, and everything is dope. Everywhere you look is super clean now, except for these homeless dudes.
God, I love to hate this place.
They technically have a home, but it's the sewers, so we can't really count that. This place is great though, and even graffiti gets cleaned up within seconds. This is Sandra Bullock, and her name is Lieutenant Huxley. She's a cop, but she hates this place.
Exciting.
See, there's like no crime. It's called San Angeles in the future, and it's pretty sweet. And even though Rob Schneider made it to the future, you don't ever have to touch him. Everyone just does this zesty high five thing. You can't curse,
Asshole.
but everything is so clean. Count me in. Anyway, today is Simon Phoenix's parole review. They're saying they're saying something here, and then Phoenix says teddy bear. And they're like, oh no, because that's the secret word. He kills everybody, and he escapes. Back at the station, they're getting a police code they've never heard before.
What's a 187?
Walter, that's the police code for homicide.
Death, kill.
They look at video from the prison and they're horrified. It's not clean at all now. Meanwhile, Phoenix hacks some type of public computer and it's got a demon possession or something. You know what? Don't worry about that. I'm sure it was nothing. Even 36 years later, the police just won't let up on this guy. He's just minding his business again, looking for firearms, when the police show up to bother him about all of the murdering he's been doing.
Phoenix, lie down.
He tries to politely ignore them, but they take it too far.
Or else.
What else can he do? He stands his ground, and then he blows up a car. Why does he blow up a car? That's an excellent question. We finally meet the visionary behind San Angeles, Raymond Cocteau.
After my two favorite body parts.
This is a guy who gets it. He's behind all of this. They tell him about Phoenix's jailbreak, and he authorizes the police to do whatever they have to do to catch him.
It will be done, Doctor.
But these police do not want to deal with this. Luckily, this guy named Old Black Cop is like, back in my day, we used to escalate these types of problems. And they're like, word, let's do that.
We need an old-fashioned cop.
They decide to thaw out naked John Spartan.
Bucket naked.
So they wake this cat up and tell him he's been under for 36 years and his wife is dead.
Her light was extinguished in the big one of 2010.
Lieutenant Huxley explains that everything's sweet now. She adds a few more things that they can do, and it is a lot. But I think I'm still good with this.
No toys and anything spicy.
Back at the precinct, we find out that Spartan was frozen with one knocking at the back door.
You're out of toilet paper.
He's been holding a frozen dookie in for almost 4 decades. But now Old Black Cop wants to talk.
I got older.
Can't talk now. I'm about to take paper cuts to the next level.
See you in a few minutes.
Spartan isn't really digging this,
Things aren't all that different.
so they try to elevate his mood with some music.
When I do is my ish not brown? It's a universal thing, we all flush it down. I'm just a human being.
That's not the real song,
This is my fave.
but it's better than what they actually listen to. Back to Phoenix.
You are now entering the art.
This dude asks about Boggle,
Seems to be your boggle.
and then he and Phoenix work together to open the display case. It's just a few glass panels, until John Spartan shows up and things get extra volatile. Phoenix escapes, and he runs into the man, the myth, the legend.
Cocteau.
But this guy's super dope, and he like Jedi mind tricks him into not shooting him.
Don't you have someone to kill?
Spartan runs up and shoots directly past these civilians, and Phoenix gets away. Cocteau invites them all to Taco Bell that evening.
To Taco Bell.
And what a bell it is. It's fancy as hell, and I bet they always get your order right. I'm not sure that we really needed to dress up this plate of chips with dip on them, but this is still a small price to pay for utopia. Stop complaining.
Detective John Spartan.
Dennis Leary shows up, and he's Edgar Friendly, the sewer master or something. They start wilding out, so Spartan fights them off. When he realizes that they were just looking for food, he's not really feeling like Cocteau is the good guy.
Hurting people's not a good thing. Not when it's a bunch of people looking for something to eat.
I think he could still be alright. Phoenix shows up at Cocteau's office, and he finally finds out what's going on. See, he was specifically brought back to get rid of the sewer people, and he's been programmed to be completely incapable of killing Cocteau. Phoenix wants a whole team thought out, and yeah, we need to do whatever it takes to protect Cocteau's vision. Spartan and Huxley are driving home when he brings up his daughter. Huxley offers to look for her information, but he isn't ready to meet her yet. It's probably Huxley. Let's hope not, because they go back to her apartment and she straight up propositions him on the spot.
I was wondering if you would like to have sex.
I told you guys the future was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But this is all wrong. Oh, this is crazy VR stuff, and I'm really scared right now. She explains that this is what they do now.
Outlaw and behavior.
Well, I'm out, man.
Hey.
That nigga's tripping.
We have to stop this Cocteau guy. The next day, Spartan gives her a sweater.
It's part of your rehab program.
Turns out they reprogrammed him to be a knitting person.
I'm a seamstress?
I said knitting person.
Accessing Simon Phoenix.
They check on Phoenix's programming, and they find out his programming was a little different.
I know Kung Fu.
So he's a killing machine while Spartan can fix that hole in your boxers.
No kidding.
Spartan busts into Cocteau's office and he wants some answers. Yeah, ask him about that VR stuff. I'm not sure what gets accomplished here. The cops are gonna go into the sewers to find Phoenix.
I'll wait here.
Not all of the cops. Old black cop is going to stay behind to guard the car. I hate to spoil it, but old black cop is not going to do that. As soon as they're gone, he's out of here. Anyway, they're tracking Phoenix through the sewers. They're captured by the sewage people, but Spartan explains that Phoenix is on his way to kill the sewer king.
They thawed this guy out just to kill me?
And then Phoenix shows up to kill the sewer king. He and his barbarians start unloading on the whole crowd. The police kill his guys, I think, but Phoenix gets away again. Oh look, there's the car old black cop said he was guarding.
I'll wait here.
Spartan finds a fully functioning hot rod and he chases Phoenix in it. Partway through the chase, he decides to surf on the car and he tells Huxley to floor it. This man is so unstable.
Push the pedal as hard as you can!
He eventually jumps on the cop car and trades places with Phoenix just in time to fly the car into a fountain. The cops show up to arrest Spartan, but they're full of crap, so he just ignores them.
Be returned to the cryo prison.
Besides, it doesn't look like they're running things around here anymore.
Bumping the noggin and you think you...
Phoenix is meeting with Cocteau, and he starts telling him his plan, but really, he lost me with that VR stuff earlier, so I'm not even listening to him.
Please kill him.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Spartan and Huxley show up, and they fight with some barbarians. Phoenix is about to revive 80 criminals.
All without rehab.
The stakes have never been higher.
Oh, we gotta stop.
So, Spartan decides to cut his team in half. That's pretty nuts. But if you think that's crazy,
But your services will no longer be required.
Phoenix just shoots all of the scientists before his team is fully thawed. Spartan can't even think of what to do to match him, so he launches himself from behind cover and starts shooting wildly before landing ribs first on the floor. Phoenix slow motion grabs him with this claw and could easily kill him, but that wouldn't be on brand for him. He fires aimlessly until Spartan is able to escape the claw, and Phoenix has a laser cutter for a while, and then he beats the holy hell out of Spartan. We finally find out why Phoenix wants to kill Spartan so much.
I hate cops!
It's actually not much of a twist. Spartan lucks out when he collapses onto one of the freezy ballies and uses it to turn Phoenix into a really dope ice sculpture that he immediately ruins. The whole prison is destroyed and everything explodes the most ever. Outside, everyone's gonna be a sewage people now.
Well put.
And Spartan kisses Huxley, who could still be his daughter. The end. Hey, Demolition Man is dope. 30 years after we first learned that Wesley Snipes makes a great blonde. For anyone who didn't live through the 90s, that's exactly what Los Angeles was like back then. And I know we still have a few years to go, but I'm pretty sure they nailed the future too. Stallone and Snipes are perfect together, with Snipes making a great case for a black Joker, while Stallone brings an extra helping of mid-90s testosterone to the table. The 90s might have been the best decade for movies. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and be well, my friends.
New brain, new days.
I'm not chicken, you're a turkey.
He's right. Drug dealers are dorks. Don't even talk to them. Cowabunga!